Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 4, verse number 25. Deho sokshya manabhutamatra atmanamanyam cha viduparamya sarvam puman veya gunam shatajnyo Naveda sarvajnamanantamire. The elements and the sense objects, and he can also know the three qualities that form their roots. Nevertheless, although the living being is completely aware of them, he is unable to see the Supreme Being who is omniscient and unlimited. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Purport. Material scientists can make an analytical study of the physical elements, the body, the senses, the sense objects, and even the air that controls the vital force. But still they cannot understand that above all these is the real spirit soul. In other words, the living entity, because of his being a spirit soul, can understand all the material objects. Or, when self-realized, he can understand the Paramatma upon whom yogis meditate. Nevertheless, the living being, even if advanced, cannot understand the Supreme Being, the personality of Godhead, for he is Ananta, unlimited in all six opulences. This is the prayer of Dasa, the son of Prachetas. And for the last few verses, we have been reading these prayers from the Vasudev prayers. So in this verse, he is offering these prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Dasa. And in this prayer, Ide means I offer my respectful obeisances. So what is he praying? He is glorifying the Supreme Lord to be Anantam and Sarvatnam. Two things he says. Lord as Sarvatnam means he is omniscient. He knows everything. Like in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Lord knew what is going to be the outcome. He knows the future, he knows the past, he knows the present, he knows the future. In fact, there are even great sages who are Vikalagna, who know the past, present and future. But the Lord's Sarvatnam is completely different. It's only the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who can be Sarvatnam, not only knowing the future, but knowing everything of everything in the future. So he's offering his prayer, you are Sarvatnam, omniscient, and you are Anantam, you are unlimited. So this is the Supreme Lord, whose servants we are. Imagine if you are serving a great personality, and you know that the great personality is omniscient and unlimited. What a wonderful thing it will be. I will be so eager to render my service to a personality who is Sarvatnam and Anantam. So we must always remember this, that we are doing devotional service to no ordinary personality. These are just few of the opulences of the Lord. He is Sarvatnam, he is Anantam, but actually the Lord is unlimited in everything. So, his prayer exactly is like this. He is saying that he gradually is building up. He says three things in this prayer. He says that matter cannot know itself. Like this table is matter. The table has no idea that it is a table. Because it's matter. It doesn't know itself, nor does it know anything, any other matter, material objects outside it. The table doesn't know itself, the table doesn't know itself, because it's matter. So similarly, all our sense objects and the gross elements, all the 24 elements, they don't know each other because they are material. They cannot know their nature or the nature of their controller. I am controlling this table, it doesn't know. But the living entity is not matter. The living entity being, is a living spirit soul, and it can know this matter. And not only it can know this matter, if you are a little realized, you can know yourself. This cannot know itself for others, but I can know myself if I am a little self-realized. And here it is written in many places, Prabhupada writes that scientists, although they are living entities and they have an opportunity to know themselves, why they are existing, why they are suffering, what is real happiness, but they are not, because they are not engaged in receiving the knowledge in the proper way, in receiving the knowledge from the parampara, they also don't know that who they are. Their only knowledge extends to the point of knowing matter, which is not very intelligent. I am not matter, I am spirit soul, so I must know myself. It is such a wonderful thing. And I can know myself only if I receive knowledge through a parampara. I cannot know who I am by going to someone who is unqualified. Just like if I am sick, I will not know what my disease is, or I will not know how I will get cured. But if I approach a doctor, a qualified doctor, and hear him submissively and agree to follow his rules and regulations that he gives me, do's and don'ts, and I can be cured of my disease. I can know why this disease came in, or at least I have knowledge of something about my disease. So similarly, we must receive knowledge in the parampara and know. First, Aham Brahmasmi. This is the first aphorism of the Vedanta Sutra. I am Brahman, I am spirit soul. And as a spirit soul, my duty is to know the Supreme Spirit Soul, is to know the Supreme Personality of God. So this is the second level. And then he is further offering his prayers that even though the living entity who is self-realized or who is realized, who knows about himself, he may know about himself, but even that person will never be able to fully understand the Supreme Absolute Truth, because the Supreme Absolute Truth is unlimited. He is Anantam. Because we are limited. How can a limited soul understand the unlimited? So this is what this was. He's glorifying the Lord. Nobody can know you. You are beyond. That's why Krishna is Adhokshata. Aksha means the senses. Adhokshata means one who is beyond the perception of our senses. Nobody can know him. It is said that Ananta, who is Ananta? Ananta is the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one of the incarnations. And Ananta, as the name sounds, Ananta means unlimited. So Ananta is the unlimited that incarnation of the Supreme Personality of God who is unlimited. And why did he receive a name like this? Ananta, unlimited, because he has got unlimited hoods. And on his unlimited hoods, he is holding all the unlimited universes. You can imagine the weight of the universe. You can't even, it's like it's unlimited, that's why it's unlimited. But the Lord, Ananta, is so unlimited that the weight of the universe, which is like unlimited, and there are unlimited universes, the weight of one universe which he is holding on his head is like insignificant. It is said it is like holding a grain of mustard. Suppose I am holding a grain of mustard. I won't even feel, I won't even realize that I am holding it. Right? So that is the unlimited Lord. And this is the incarnation of the Lord, Ananta. And this unlimited Lord Ananta, who is holding the unlimited universes, he is trying to glorify the unlimited Lord. Because Ananta, why has he been given the unlimited hoods? Two reasons why Ananta possesses unlimited hoods. One is because there are unlimited universes, So the Lord somebody has to hold them, somebody has to sustain them. So who else can sustain them but the unlimited Lord? So the unlimited Lord created an incarnation Ananta and gave him unlimited goods so that he can sustain unlimited universes. And another reason why he has unlimited goods is because he wants to glorify the Lord. And the Lord is unlimited, he has unlimited pastimes, so there is no end to glorify him. So unlimited goods, go on glorifying. And Ananta is expressing his difficulty in glorifying the unlimited Lord. So he says, although I have unlimited goods and I am glorifying the Lord from an unlimited amount of time, but still my glorification has not ended, and what remains to be glorified is also unlimited. So you see, such a wonderful personality, unlimited personality we are serving. It is not easy. It is not. It is a wonderful thing. So to know the Lord, now you can think, how can I know this unlimited Lord? How do he reveal himself to us? Right now we don't know. We don't know who is. Of course we know it to some extent, but we don't know fully. That is why I said, Ata Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhave Grahya Indriyehi. Krishna's name, pastimes, we cannot understand because he is unlimited. And with these material blunt senses, we cannot understand the unlimited Lord. But there should be an eagerness in us to understand that unlimited Lord. I want, just like a great personality, we want to understand him. We are so eager to understand great personalities, Nobel laureates, prime ministers, and film stars. Why? Because they have great personality. So similarly, we should also be eager. And how to understand? Very simple method. Sevan mukhehi jivvado swayameva spurati adaha. If we simply serve this unlimited Lord, beginning with the tongue, chanting and having Krishna Prasada, then the Lord is so merciful that He on His own, Swayameva, no other external, can you know anything unlimited without hard endeavor? You cannot know. You have to endeavor so hard. But the Lord is so merciful that He has given us this holy name, this tongue. Everything has been given. The tongue is an instrument that comes free. We possess it. So Krishna is saying, just chant my name and I will reveal myself to you, my unlimited glory. Swayam eva spurati adaha. He will reveal Himself. So this should be the endeavor that we must be making. The endeavor should be just to chant and hear it nicely. And this is the mission of this human form of life. In this life, in this birth, I wish to know that unlimited. Unlimited. I can understand unlimited. That's why it says, Taseva heto prayateta kovido. Kovida, one who is intelligent. He will make an attempt. Prayateta means you have to make an attempt, you have to make an endeavor. Taseva heto. To know what? To know that thing. Na labhyate yad brahmana uparyadaha. That which cannot be known simply by going up and down in this universe. Because up and down in this universe, go to Brahma Loka or they can go to the be born, take birth as the most insignificant creature, an insect in one of the lowest planets. In this material form of life, we are just going up and down in 84 cycles, 84 species of life. In this unlimitedly, we are going up and down like a Ferris wheel. And all that we are doing is eating, sleeping, taking, defending, and nothing beyond that. Filled with anxieties. Human life is not meant for this. Human life is meant for knowing that unlimited, and for that, we must endeavor, and an intelligent person only can endeavor. And so our endeavor, what is it to know that unlimited? Yes, how to know that unlimited Lord? Our endeavor is simply chanting and hearing and engaging the Dharma. Swayameva, he will reveal himself. So, it's actually, spiritual life is actually very simple. It is not at all difficult. It is very easy, as Srila Prabhupada says every time. We have to understand where that endeavor has to be applied. And if we put in our endeavor, Prabhupada says in another place, one should endeavor so dexterously. He uses endeavor itself is like, endeavor is not just try, I tried. No, endeavor is hard, is more than trying. Endeavor means you apply your energy. You apply yourself. And then Prabhupada says you have to endeavor so dexterously. Dexterously means you have to give your complete endeavor. All this to hear and chant nicely. You see, that is the intensity with which we have to engage in devotional service. And why endeavor so dexterously? Because you can know the unlimited Lord. The Lord who is omniscient. The Lord who is Anantam. The Lord who can Dharani Buddhi Yogantam. The Lord who can give you intelligence. The Lord who will talk to you. You know that pastime where once Prabhupada and one reporter and a devotee were talking together. And that this reporter is asking, how does Krishna talk to you? Does Krishna reveal you? Does Krishna reveal things to you? He was asking Prabhupada. Prabhupada was replying, and this devotee was trying to give his own explanation. And the devotee was saying, yes, Krishna will try to reveal through his instructions, through his teachings and something like that. Prabhupada says, no, why are you complicating the matter? This Krishna will directly talk to you. He will directly reveal to you in your heart. Krishna is saying, so you see, we can know that Lord, the Lord with whom we can communicate, with whom we can talk, the Lord who is unlimited, who is omniscient. So, knowing this opportunity exists, shouldn't we? That's why Bhagavatam says, Taseva hetu prayateta kovilo. We must endeavor. And only an intelligent person can endeavor. An intelligent person who has understood what this human life is meant for. Human life is not meant for just engaging in ordinary activities or this materialistic life, eating, sleeping. No. Human life is meant for a much more higher purpose. To understand the unlimited Lord and to go to the unlimited planet, the spiritual world. So, like this, Prabhupada very nicely explains what this meaning of unlimited is. In the purport, again here it is written that Krishna is unlimited in his 6 opulences. So, we know how he was unlimited in his strength. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, Yashasya, Shriya, Jnana, Vairagya. These 6 opulences Krishna had. And what was this? He killed Putana. Putana when he was just 3 months old. And when he killed Putana was a huge sheeping. And when Putana died, Putana's body was, it is said in the Bhagavatam, it spread 12 miles long. You can imagine. And then Putana was burning. You see the wonderful glories of the unlimited Lord. When Putana was burning, there was a nice fragrance that spread across the entire place where she was burning. Because he has been touched by an unlimited Lord. And so everything about Krishna is unlimited. Lifting the Govardhan hill, nobody can lift up Govardhan hill unless he's got unlimited strength. Viryasya, unlimited. Samagrasya. Samagrasya means complete. He's unlimited in everything. So, Prabhupada writes in another place that Krishna is unlimited, and so Krishna's pastimes are also unlimited. We know that. And we know that Krishna receives names based on his pastimes. Yashoda, Nandan, because he was the son of Yashoda and he performed wonderful pastimes with his mother Yashoda. Devi Nandan, son of Devi. Gopala, one who gives pleasure to the cows and the senses. Like this, Madhusudana, one who killed the demon Madhu. So now one may ask, if his names, if his pastimes are unlimited, his names also should be unlimited. Somebody asked a question to me. So his name should be unlimited, but we see that we have only finite names of Krishna. Like Krishna Ashtotara. It has got finite names, 108. But if you go to the next level, there is Krishna, that is Ashtotara Shata, 108 names for Krishna. Then there is another one, Namavali, Ashtotara Sahasra. Sahasranama Ashtotara. 1008 names of Krishna are also there. So is there something more than 1008 names? Yes, it is there. It's just that we can understand this unlimited Lord only within a limited capacity. So few names are given. 1008 names are given. Of course, if you research, you will go on finding newer and newer names and wonderful names of Krishna. But actually, Krishna's names are also unlimited. Krishna is not, we cannot restrict Krishna in any manner. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Namna Akari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shakti. My names, Krishna says that the names of Lord Krishna, Namna Akari Bahudha, unlimited names. And so wonderful that each of his names are unlimited, and each of his names describes the unlimited Lord unlimitedly. Prabhupada writes in another place the reason why, there are many reasons he says, why impersonalists, why Mayavadis, they are called impersonalists, why they don't believe in the personality form of the Lord. So one of the reasons Prabhupada writes is this, that they decry the form of the Lord because they know that, this world is like, this universe is unlimited. It's truly unlimited because they have still not found the end of the universe. And they know that there is not one universe but many universes. That's how they have come up with this term of multiverse. So unlimited universes and each universe is unlimited. So now when we say that God is the Supreme Personality of God is the creator of this universe, which is unlimited, we cannot conceive in their brain they cannot conceive how can a person who is limited have a creation which is unlimited. How can an unlimited thing come out of a limited thing? So they say God is impersonal. There's just energy. And energy is unlimited. Everything is this whole. So that is another reason why they say God is impersonal, because they cannot fit in, they cannot conceive how unlimited emanations can come out of a limited personality. But we know the reason that although God is a personality, He is not a personality whom we can limit Him with the attributes of a conditioned soul. God has no birth, no death, no old age, no disease, and this is where the impersonalists fail to understand. They think that if God is a personality, He is limited by the material laws. No, God is beyond all these things. He, out of His causeless mercy, His personality is also unlimited, like the Virat Rupa. His Virat Rupa was so daring and so effulgent that even Arjuna, who was a pure devotee, could not withhold him. Although Krishna gave him divine vision to see the Virat Rupa, but even Arjuna wanted to see that beautiful two-handed form. So God has an unlimited personality also. But for our pleasure, because it becomes too vast and something that we cannot conceive because we don't have those vision and the transcendental understanding. So God appears in this two-handed form, Shyam Sundara form, to exchange His loving pastimes with us. So, like this, Prabhupada very nicely explains about this unlimited. I'll read a small passage. The Lord wants every living entity to always think of Him, to be His devotee, and always worship Him. This is clearly stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Manmana Bhava Madbhakto. Krishna wants everyone to always think of Him. Everyone should always offer obeisances to Krishna. This is the will of the Supreme Lord. And devotees should try to fulfill His desire. Just like you have someone very loving, you try to fulfill his desire, whatever he says, to enhance your relationship, to enhance your loving relationship. And we all want to serve the person whom we love. So Krishna is saying, Prabhupada is saying, Krishna says, Manmana Bhava. So devotee should try to fulfill his desire. And then he says, since the Lord is unlimited, His desire is also unlimited. There is no stoppage. And therefore, the service of the devotee is also unlimited. In the transcendental world, there is unlimited competition between the Lord and His servitor. Lord wants to unlimitedly serve the devotee. The devotee wants to unlimitedly serve the Lord. The Lord wants to fulfill the desires of the devotee and fulfill His desires unlimitedly, and the devotee also serves Him to fulfill his unlimited desire. Thus, there is an unlimited oneness of interest between the Lord and His devotees. So, unlimited oneness of interest. Our interest is to serve the Lord unlimitedly, and the devotee's and Lord's interest is to fulfill the desires of the devotee unlimitedly. So, this, in another place, Prabhupada is saying that although the Lord is unlimited, simply if we give proper oral reception to His holy names, to His pastimes, then we will be able to unlimitedly understand the nature of the unlimited. You see, this hearing is such a powerful method. Simply by hearing attentively, we can unlimitedly understand the nature of the unlimited Lord. So we can go on understanding and we relish at every step. Lord is unlimited, there are unlimited things to know, and it will all be so relishing. This morning, we read the quote where Prabhupada writes about how we have to chant. Generally, we discuss with devotees every day, have you finished your chanting? And we say, yes, I have finished. Have you finished yours? Yes. And it's a big thing that, yes, I finished my 16 rounds, because I finished my 16 rounds means I can do anything, and I can do other services. But finishing 16 rounds is very important for us. We should not only finish 16 rounds, we have to ask ourselves, how did I finish my 16 rounds? So the quote was, everyone begins his devotional life from the neophyte stage, like we all are. But if one properly finishes chanting the prescribed number of rounds of Harinam, he is elevated step by step to the highest platform, Uttamadhikari. You see what Prabhupada is saying? We are all beginning our devotional services from a neophyte stage. But from the neophyte stage, we can elevate ourselves step by step to the highest stage, Uttamadhikari, if we properly finish our rounds. Not only if we finish our rounds. Can you add that word, properly? So we have to ask ourselves, did I finish my 16 rounds properly today? And what is that 16 rounds properly? So many places. Prabhupada is saying, chanting should be done early morning with full concentration. This is properly chanted. With full concentration, preferably during the Brahma Muhurta time. Then it continues. Concentrate fully on the sound vibration of the mantra, pronouncing each name distinctly. Look at the way Prabhupada says, I think it's a letter that he's writing. Don't have the reference. So, chant with full concentration. Next line, concentrate fully. Not only concentrate, full concentration. Concentrate fully. Again he writes in the next sentence. Concentrate fully on the sound vibration of the mantra, pronouncing each name distinctly. You have to pronounce each name distinctly. And then the next sentence, one sentence after the other sentence. And the next sentence he says, do not worry so much about chanting fast, because sometimes we are concerned which we have to finish it. Don't worry about chanting fast. Most important is the hearing. Most important is the hearing. So this is how we should chant, and this is proper chanting. And what is the result of proper chanting? Of course, in the first quote it is said that the result of proper chanting, you can get elevated step by step to the Uttamadhikari platform. Here in another quote, Prabhupada is saying, this is writing in the Bhagavatam, we must always remember that hearing and chanting are the basic principles of discharging devotional service. It's the basic principle. If you do not take to this properly, then we have failed in our basic principle. And if the basic principle is lost, nothing else can be built on it. So here even, and Prabhupada is saying, we must always remember that hearing and chanting are the basic principles of discharging devotional duties. And now he says, if they are properly performed, means hearing and chanting, the basic principles are properly performed, then there will follow the reactional ecstasy with signs of tears in the eyes and standing of hairs on the body. Not to become sahajiya, but this is what is the result of proper chanting. Prabhupada is saying, if they are properly performed, they will follow. It is automatic. You don't have to endeavor for it. There will follow the reactional ecstasy with signs of tears in the eyes and standing of hairs from the body. These are the natural consequences. And then he further says, which are the symptoms of bhava, and further one reaches the perfection stage, which is prema, love of God. So you see, these are the wonderful results of properly chanting. And by chanting like this, the Supreme Lord, who is unlimited, will reveal himself to us to an unlimited proportion, and this is real spiritual life. So here we see Daksha is offering prayer to the Supreme Personality that, oh my Lord, you are the omniscient, Sarvagna, unlimited, Ananta, and I offer my prayers to you. So this omniscient, unlimited personality will reveal himself to us if Prabhupada says, if we chant properly in this way, as our acharyas have mentioned, as different scriptures are informed. So this should be our goal. So we will end here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki